Hi everyone, Lisa here from Down to Earth Gardening, and I'm out here today. It's the middle of November and it is quite chilly, but today's topic is harvesting carrots, and it's actually a really great time of year to do that in my zone, Zone 6A. So the holidays are coming, we're all going indoors, so we're going to do lots of family holiday dinners and family dinners, and so I'm so excited to be harvesting my carrots. So I'm just going to tell you a few things about carrots and why it's so great to harvest them now when it's cooler, and then also just a little bit about planting and harvesting. So when the temperature cools down, it's actually the best time to harvest carrots. And that's because the soil is really cool, and what happens with the carrots is they convert their starch into sugar. So the carrots are actually sweeter when they're harvested now when the weather's cooler. The daytime temp is about 40, and at night it's been about in the 20s. So this is a great time, and you got to get out there before the ground freezes. So it's interesting that happens, and I love Mother Nature and the things that happen, but the carrots, what they're doing is they're adapting. They really can't run and hide, so they protect themselves from freezing by converting this energy. So great time to harvest them right now, sweeter carrots. And the other thing that I do with my carrots that's great is succession plantings. And I would love to tell you that I'm on a certain schedule with doing that, but honestly, I do it when I'm able to rotate crops. So this year I've probably done about 4 succession plantings with my carrots. So carrots, we get a really long season out of. So you can get right out there and plant your seeds as soon as the soil can be worked. And so I started doing that with the dragon carrots, which were in another one of my videos. I think it's titled 6 Things That Worked in My Veggie Garden and 2 That Didn't. And the purple carrots you can see in that video were gorgeous. So they were one of the first that I sowed the seed in the late winter, very early spring. And then I think I did 3 more succession plantings, and what that does is that gives you vegetables much longer. So that enables me to have at least 4 different harvests with my 4 seedings or succession plantings. So this one here I did shortly after the dragon, the purple, and I really wanted to do some different colors. This one here is called Yellow Moon, which is really beautiful. Something kind of funny is there was a little animal, perhaps a rabbit or a woodchuck, that beat me to these, and they've been eating the tops. But that's okay, I'm okay with that. They can have the tops. You can make pesto from the new tops. So at this point, in the game, the carrot top pesto probably would be a little bit bitter, but that is another sideline hot tip that you can do with your carrot tops early in the season. So I'm going to keep harvesting here, and then I'm going to show you another variety that I have. And what I like to do is just kind of loosen things up a little bit, and then I can get in there and harvest my carrots. So if you're not all about the interesting shapes, I don't mind it. Some of the shapes are kind of funny and fun. You really want to have a sandy soil, and you probably want to thin your carrots out a little bit. I don't bother to do that. I'm okay with having misshapen carrots. Like I said, I think it's kind of fun. So my carrots are planted a little bit tight, and I do really try to work the soil. It's pretty rocky around here, but we're in New England. This is a really nice one here. All right, so again, those are the Yellow Moon. And then I'm going to show you the next variety, if I can get my mic untangled here from the carrot tops. Okay, we're returning from the tangled mic incident. But the next patch of carrots here that I'm harvesting today is called Carrot Ruby Pack. And this is going to be a really vivid, bright orange carrot. And the other fun thing about carrots is when you bring them inside, you know, you've cut the tops off and you wash them. When you slice them up, sometimes some of the varieties have a different color on the inside. So I can't remember if this one does, but it's a possibility. And if that's the case, then I'll try to snap a photo when I'm in the kitchen. So harvesting the Ruby Pack here. I'm just going to loosen this up a little bit. Here. And these are going to be a lot smaller than the Yellow Moon because these were actually the last variety that I planted here. So this one I planted, it was late summer. So this variety might be fun, even just to leave whole, you know, and scrub them up and then roast the little carrots in the oven. So a nice vivid color, vivid orange. Talk about a little carrot. That's a cutie right there. They are really nestled in here. Had a casualty there. So those are the orange. We've got some funny shapes like I mentioned because they were probably wiggling around some rocks. And so just to show you my harvest so far and how fun it is to do some different colors, the bright orange and the yellow. So I'm going to be roasting these for our Thanksgiving dinner and probably using some in my soups. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I love being out in the vegetable garden. I think it's so great for all of us to know exactly where our food comes from. It's so gratifying, and it's also saves money, a little money on groceries, and it's such a fun activity for people of all ages, and especially if you have a family. So if you like the video, tap like, and if you'd like to see some future gardening videos, please hit subscribe, and thank you again.